What's up? This is Jermunson Yazzie. Today we're gonna go around to Arrows' spot when he was a kid. So we're gonna go check it out. I think he's gonna share a couple of stories, how he grew up. Yep.
We are in Peoria, headed to where I used to live back in the day.
Because I just discovered that Janet McIntyre was amazing.
I think we're going to want to make a right up here somewhere. Wait, this is 83rd Ave. Keep going straight. Oh yeah, we're supposed to turn right. Turn right here.
Went up. Okay, you looked at Janet McIntyre's internet extravaganza.
Turn right here. Gonna park the Black Angus here while we cruise with Jerickson's car. My brother used to have a real good little Mexican friend that lived right there in this side. I forget his name, but right at this turn off.
So where are we walking?
So when we used to go to class, me, my brother, and my sister, we used to, this is the apartment complex that we're gonna go to. That's the one we used to live at. And then we used to walk right here and then crawl under this little dam thingy, the little waterfall, and then walk on the side all the way down to that, toward the school. But on the way home, we used to also walk back this way, crawl under there, and then walk into the apartment. But I kind of wanted to just come over here and lay on the floor and act like I'm crawling back to the apartment, like I did when I was in 2nd grade. This is what I did when I was in 2nd grade. Come over here and then crawl under here.
They covered that, huh? I wonder when they locked it up.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks like they did it a while ago. Oh, I'm excited to go in there, into the apartment complex. But yeah, we used to crawl out here and then walk that way and then walk back that way. And then I'll show you guys where the elementary school is that we went to when we were younger. But we used to always pick up these rocks and be throwing it around. I wish I was that young again. It was called something else back in the day. Then you can just park right here and we'll walk through. Actually, this is where we used to park when we come home from the store or come back from town or something. We used to park right here.
Arrows is old town, old stomping ground. Did you used to play ball in middle school?
Nope. I never played ball. I played football though. I used to school people in basketball back in the day. You smell that?
It smells like freshly cut grass.
Dude, that smell, when I smell that, I smell anywhere I smell it, it takes me right back to this place right here.
Looks like they did just cut the grass. Look at that.
The apartment that I remember this place, but just because it was one of the first ones we ever moved to when we were small. And this is where I went to 2nd grade from, right here. Now I was just thinking about this place yesterday. So, walk down here, and then that bottom one, 107, that's where I used to live, where my family used to live. And then upstairs, I used to have a friend. He's a little Bulagana kid. His name was Stanley. And then the next door neighbor, her name was Brittany. This lady we never knew, but we used to live down here. And we all used to play around here. That little white boy up there, the Stanley kid, he used to say, "I'm gonna run away." And we used to hear him running downstairs. Then he would run over there behind that bush. You see that bush way at the end there, next to that tree? And he used to just sit there for a couple minutes. Then he would come home. But he always used to say, "I'm running away." But anyways, this is where we lived back in the day. I have a picture of me when I was a kid. we were right here. My mom took the picture, but I was standing right here and I was holding this right here and I was standing right here, and then my mom took a picture of me right here. When I used to live here, I used to play golf back there. I think my mom or my dad got me a little golf thingy, and then I used to dig holes back there, and I used to hit the ball inside the hole right there. These two Mexican kids, they used to live upstairs on that side. Damn, they used to like talk a lot of trash back in the day, and they always used to make fun of me because I was Native American, and they always used to say like, hey, where's Pocahontas? Or they used to always say like, they always used to run back and forth and go, woo, 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 woo. Here comes the Indian boy. They used to say it to me all the time, and I used to run after them because I used to get mad, and I used to run on these rocks right here with no shoes on back in the day. And then they always used to be like, oh, here comes the Indian. Ooh.
How old were they?
They were the same age as me.
How come you didn't make fun of them?
I didn't know what to say to them. They were Mexican, yeah, but I didn't know what to say to offend them. I didn't know that kind of stuff when I was that small. But I used to have this one of my best friends. His name was Cody back in the day. He's a black boy. He's black, and he used to live on that side. So we lived here for a couple of years at this one, and then eventually we moved all the way to the end on that side, and that's when I got a little older. I think I was in 3rd grade on that side. But all of these places, kids used to live here that we knew of, but not really. I didn't really know them. And then here, oh, here's the bush that kid used to run away to. Feels nice here though, still. I don't think I would ever live here. There was this kid, I forget his name, but he used to live right here in this one. And we used to go to his house, and he always had a bunch of toys. Like he had a shelf full of action figures, but we played all over the place right here, dude. So I don't know how long after we lived there we moved over here on this side.
Did you ever have any first kiss here?
Nope. And then the back door was just right there. And it's crazy because here, when we were this young, my parents started doing that 1, 2, 3 honk, beep, 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 so that we know it was them. Now to this day, they still honk 3 times to let us know that it's them. Like if I'm at my house over there, they honk 3 times, and then I already know it's them. I'll go outside. It's crazy. I was already programmed from back in the day. And the second apartment we lived at was right here, 149. This is when I have more memories from this place. You don't even have a mask.
I don't think nobody lives here because the light's on. Nobody.
I used to live right there, and this was our room. My brother, my sister, my brother and my sister met my room. And I used to have my head like outside the window. My friends would come up here to the window right here, and I used to talk to my friends right here. And then they'd be like, can I play with your toy? And I give them a toy. Then they would play with it and then bring it back to the window. And I remember I used to trade Pokemon and Digimon cards from my window right here. So it's like a little shop where kids would come over, borrow toys, or trade up Pokemon cards. On other days when we used to play like cops and robbers or pretend we had guns and stuff, this was like the spot where all the kids would hide. And but back in the day, I think they used to live in a house like on this side, because that's where we used to drop off my sister. Yeah. Wait. Is it? Yeah. So anyways, right here, this is where all the kids used to hide. But back then, this whole area was all the bushes. They never maintained it, so they were kind of like kind of up on top of the wall here. And we used to come back here, and we used to be back here hiding. And then other kids will be running by pretending to try to find us and stuff, and all the bushes like that. That's what the bushes smell like. That smell that I told you that smelled like it. Smell like it right here. Oh, and then there was this kid. I don't know what grade he was when I was in 2nd grade, but his name was Doug. And Doug had 2 girlfriends, and they were biological twin sisters. And I remember sometimes when I used to crawl under here, he used to be walking with both of his girls like this, walking right here. And they were on their way to class, and he used to be walking with both his girls right here like this. And those 2 girls, they were twins, and they didn't mind sharing him. But this is the side where we were on the other side, where we used to crawl under here and go to class. Down here like this. Crawl under there. Still smells like. Look, someone does live right there where you were knocking at. Right here with the little pink flowers always reminds me of here. Always, like no matter where I go, when I see those with the flowers, it always brings me back to like being here. I never had friends right here though. The moment my best friend Cody Clark, he moved to Chicago, it was here. I was swimming. I was having a little swimming party, and he came over and they told me he was moving, and I was a little kid, so I was acting like I didn't really care. And my mom was like, "You better go over there and say bye to him. He was your best friend." So I jumped out the pool and I went to say bye. And then he moved away. We used to be in contact with him, but we lost contact.
Did you try finding him on Facebook?
I did. I tried finding him several times, dude, but I never was able to find him. Right here. Oh, the first time I ever watched The Matrix was over there at one of my brother's friend's house. But there was this kid, dude, Bulagana kid. His name was Chad. He was always wearing soccer cleats, dude. All the time. A little white boy with shorts. Scrawny little dude walking around wearing his cleats all the time. And I remember one time we were playing right here, and he ran over and he kicked me real hard on my leg with his shoes. And I got upset, and I told my brother. I went back to the apartment. I told my brother, and then my brother came over here and he started talking crazy to them. And now we're gonna go to where we used to live back on the there was a house on this side where my mom's friend, her name was Amelia, and she used to live on that side, and she actually let us stay at her house. So we'll drive that way, and we'll drive by that school that I used to go to on this side. Is it good? Okay. So we used to walk this way. You can slow down if you want. But this was where we went to school at when we were kids. We used to run around all over the place right here. There's a lot of memories I had of kids with Harry Potter and stuff. I used to park my next bike right there. In that second classroom right there, that was my 2nd grade class. We used to play tetherball right there. And then we had a class on the other side when I was in 3rd grade, on the other side of the building. Yeah, way back in the day, man. Oh, and also when I was in 3rd grade, when we moved from there, we actually had to start walking this way toward our other spot that we used to live at. So we used to live at that apartment complex for 2 different apartments, and then after the 2, we moved to this house on this side. I know there was this girl that everybody in the school used to love. She was a white girl. I don't know who she was. I don't know what her name was, but I know when they had an award ceremony and they said her name, everybody went crazy. Even kids in my class, 2nd graders, or was it 3rd graders? One of them, but they said her name, and then everybody was just going crazy for that white girl. Everybody used to like her, and but when I was young back then, I didn't know why they liked her. Go right. Never have I ever went to Peoria High School. I didn't go to high school on this side of town. I went to high school like on Dunlap area on that side. But when we were kids, we actually used to walk on this side, this road right here. We used to walk all the way to Little Ass Feet, and then up here there's a house that I think we can turn into. I'm not too sure. We can just maybe pull up, see, just check the vibe, because I don't know if the people live there. Our old friend back in the day, she passed away, and I think she left. Slow down right here. I think she left the house over to her kids right here. Turn right here. This is where I also spent a lot of years of my life. But this lady right here, her name was Amelia, and she like definitely was like our second grandma. Like, we known her all these years, even after high school, after college. Like, she literally passed away about 4 or 5 years ago, and we've known her ever since we were small all the way up until we were adults. Like, she knew everything about us, and she was definitely one of our grandmas. Let's go see.
Somebody in there?
I don't know.
You go knock on it?
Yeah, I don't think there is, because they have that lock right there. There was a bunch of leaves. Damn, it's so crazy, dude. We used to go up on top and clean all the leaves out, clean the leaves out the gutter. We used to play basketball right here. There was a basketball hoop right here. There was an anthill right here one time. There was an anthill right here. And then I fell right here. And then I swore all of those ants got all over me, and I started to freak out. But we used to play basketball right here. Not as much though, because sometimes the ball would go into the street and we weren't able to get the ball back. But we used to climb up on top and then clean out the gutters. And we would come over every once in a while and do some chores around the house. And she would like, all of these little things right here, dude, we literally did all of this stuff right here. Maybe we should knock before we start looking around. When we used to walk right here, she would already come out to the front and greet us.
Is it open?
No, it's not. Before we used to go in, I used to grab one of these, and then I used to squeeze it because the white stuff comes out. See? Yeah, I don't think nobody lives here. Yo, after a while, when we got a little older, we used to climb up there, and then she used to ask us to cut like the branches off up there. So we would literally be way up there with the chainsaw and then cut stuff, and the leaves and stuff would fall down. This whole area we used to clean up for her. Damn. I know there's a picture of me before while I was standing right here, and it's pretty wild, man. Yeah, we played right here all the time, man. I don't think anybody lives here anymore. I don't want to be too creepy, but kind of want to look through the door over there. But she would always be in this garage, dude. She would always say, "Hello, dear. I have some work for you guys to do today." And she would open up her thing here, and we used to walk in and work for her. Damn, yeah, we used to walk from all the way that way, all the way this way, walking into the house over there. And this was one of her favorite bushes, or not bushes, but plants, her rose plants. she would always pick roses, like not every day, but she would have roses here and she would take them inside. And damn. Whoop. Watching, this was around Evel Knievel's first jump over the canyon, and we were watching it in this room, and I think it was his second attempt to do it. We were in this room, and then my mom heard something outside. She's like, she told my dad, did you hear that? And he's like, what is it? And he walked outside, and then there was a man digging through the car, our car, and he was stealing stuff. And my dad ran over there and he pulled him out, and then that dude just took off, ran out that way. But he stole my mom's debit cards, my dad's IDs, and all sorts of stuff right here in front of the house. They were all upset. And then I was upset that night too, because I think Evel Knievel didn't jump that night. He jumped a different night, I think. Yep, that's it. All right, yeah, slow down right here, and you're gonna make the first right here. Holy mackerel. You're probably just gonna have to flip a BZ right here. But this was the office. This is literally my the lady that I was telling you about, Amelia. This was their office. So we used to work. You can just turn around. Still. We took a couple pictures next to those old people right there. Then there was another one on this side somewhere. But we used to stand on these things. And then my mom was just like, get down from there. It's pretty crazy, man. It was years and years ago. You know, it's crazy that when you're like all small, like when you're a little kid, there's a lot of things that you see that you don't recognize. But now that you're an adult and you look around and you're like, what the hell, all these places that I didn't even know about? Bridge, it says. This is not what I remembered. Yeah.
Bubble gum.
Yeah, let's leave. But you can't do that. 9. It's pretty dope. Well, I believe that's it. That's enough. You're just lying now.
Because we have to get to at least be on the res by like 10.
The res? We're not going back to the res.
I thought we were.
No, we're not. I'm not ready to go back to the res.
I thought we were going to stay at the res, and then we're going to Albuquerque. Anything else you want to share right here?
No, that's about it right here. This is the public library. I'm really digging this whole memory lane thing. Feels good to revisit. Some natives right there. Let me drive. Oh, pull up your pants. Here, let me see. Let me show you. Wow. Oh my God. Freaking sagging. Okay.